Yo, what's up, everybody? It's Peek out here in Singapore, just checking on y'all, seeing how you were doing. And I actually have a very special guest that's going to join me live today, so I'm really excited about this. He and I actually went to college back at Bridgewater, out in Virginia, and although we weren't like best friends or anything, I knew of him and he knew of me, and it's just funny how after college, years later, we kind of um, get to know each other a little bit, and it's been amazing. So I'm really excited to bring him on here. He is hey Vinod, he is hey Christy. Basically, he has his own brand out in Virginia, and I love his brand. I love his shirts. I think I've posted a couple of times in. Here he goes. Let me see if I can get him on here. And he can be found at Meet the Curator 1984 in Instagram. So please check out all of his merchandise. I love his message. I'm just waiting for him to come on here. Hey, what's up, Kev?
Pika,
It's been like forever, right? It's
it's
been
been a minute.
yeah, man. So tell me real quick. Meet the Curator. When did that start for you?
Can you even see me?
Yeah, I can see you.
All
I
right.
can see you.
First off, shout out to you. This is
Thank you.
dope.
Thank you.
What time is it over there?
It is 9:25 in the morning.
Damn, you're
On
jealous.
Wednesday morning. I live in the future, see?
I know the future. I've heard about Southeast Asia. Okay, Meet the
Mhm.
Curators for me started. If it's 2018 right now, I filed the trademark in December of 2015, but I was
Awesome.
feeling a change that needed to happen probably uh, a year and a half before that. I was getting real stagnant in the job that I was working at, that I
Mhm.
still currently work at as a financial analyst. And it was becoming clearer and clearer that I did not want to do what I'm doing. But don't tell
Yeah,
anybody because I still do it.
it's all good.
So, yeah, Meet the Curator was something that had been on my heart for a long time. I was too afraid to pursue it, but then it was kind of like you can complain about what you're doing or you can
Okay,
make
man.
something happen. So,
Yeah. So I'm just curious, how did you come up with the logo like that? I mean, I know what the concept is, and it's beautiful. It's like, just really pay attention, really focus, hustle and everything. But how did you
yeah.
come up with that tagline? Like, how long did that take? Because I don't think people understand. You go through like versions of that, right?
Yeah, you've got to. Well, that's the assumption, right? You could you could play it two ways. You can
Mhm.
either just jump in the deep end, or you can do all your research and stuff like that. So I would
Right.
say it was 80% just jump in, and
Okay.
20% was kind of research. Uh, Meet the curator, curate your own life is something that goes hand in hand with each other, with the brand kind of playing off the concept of a museum curator and
Okay.
just trying to take full control. I know there's a lot of people, me personally, that go through the motions of like, I'm supposed to graduate from high school, I'm supposed to graduate from college, and I go do this job, and then I guess I get married and I have a family and then all that good stuff. And that's the script that's been put out there, for a lot of people. Now, I don't know what's
Right.
happening in your market. I don't know if that's what it's like in Southeast Asia and all those good parts.
That's
But
exactly what it's like.
yeah, right. So I know that there's a lot of you're supposed to do this, and if you don't do this, you it's frowned upon. And for me, I was going through the motions, and life was cool, and I mean, I'm not having a bad life. I just
Yeah.
wasn't as happy as I wanted to be. Like, if the story was to end for me today, they'd be like, wow, Kevin had a really good life, blah, 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 all that good stuff. But
Yeah.
what I felt fulfilled, no. And so Meet the Curator is all about, like, chasing your passion, actually living with a spirit that is on fire, that is going to lead other people around you to curate their own life, because that's the goal.
Exactly.
If you curate your own life, then you'll create the community around you, and then more happy people tend to like not murder and rape and all these crazy stuff that happens.
Oh, hell yeah.
Yeah, so that's the real goal.
Got it. So you do most of all of this like by yourself. You source your materials. You like just walk me through that process.
I'll just take you through the whole basement. Oh, there's my golf clubs, and
Awesome.
if you look around, it's just one
I
big
see a
chaotic.
lot of ideas,
Yeah, we put post-it notes all over the place.
but I love
Um,
that.
Thank you. Yeah, it's all been me. I've been doing it for about 3 years now. 3 years come October. It is overwhelming. It is suffocating. It has forced a lot of resistance in my life, but that just means I'm on the right path. So now
I've noticed that.
what I'm doing, yeah, there's been a lot of radio silence, but that's more battling an internal thought beast and all that good stuff. So right now I have that amazing artist is the $. He's one of the people that is close to my network, and he's
Hmm.
unbelievable. And I work with him through like some designs. So we haven't worked officially together, but we collaborate on projects, as you've seen with this piece of
That's where it
artwork.
starts.
And that was a part of a pop up that we had in last April. Matter of fact,
I think I remember that. Yeah.
it was a good one. Welcome to the
Hmm.
Wake Up. Tracy Fry from Bridgewater. I don't know if you remember
Yeah.
her.
I remember her.
Shout out to Tracy. She is like the go-to person that I have because she believes in me more than I believe myself, and
You need them.
also yeah, exactly, and also she is an amazing like just planner and organizer, and she like all the pop-ups, all the designs, all the layouts have been through Tracy.
Wow.
And then I have another friend, Jessica, that I kind of just brought on, kind of just on like I need you to like
Yeah.
stand behind me and make sure that I don't fuck up. If I'm not supposed to, if I'm not supposed to
Nah,
cut a
I
stick
don't care
up,
about that.
my
Fuck
fault.
that.
I'm
Whatever.
sorry.
You're good.
So it's one of those things where I knew that I wanted to do this not alone, but Meet the Curator is all about like executive control. Like
Hmm.
I don't want to listen to anybody. I can comply. I can do all these good things. I just don't like doing it, and that's
Yeah.
where a lot of my discontent came from. Where it was just like I'm listening, and then I'm like projecting out, and I'm just like I'm just gonna listen to what everybody tells me for the rest of my life, and I don't want to do it again.
I don't want to be one of those smiling
Yeah,
nod people.
right, bingo, right. So I grew up playing basketball. I played point guard. Like it's a position of leadership, and I naturally feel comfortable there, even if I'm
Yeah.
nervous to do a lot of stuff. So I just needed some people to look out for me to kind of keep me on track. But all ideas are sourced from me. All designs I outsource, but I kind of write the briefs, the copyright, the words, the colors, all those things, just stuff that have been in my head for a long time. And now they're all over the place in note form.
Yeah, but I love it because it's simple, which is awesome. So there's no like you don't need an explanation every time. I mean, Meet the Curator. It's different, but it's very simple. I want to talk about discipline over everything because that's the other one in your brand, right? I love that, man, for real.
Nice, nice. Um, so discipline over everything was it came about with get that done, which if you and
Yeah.
I have had this conversation in like on the internet and in real life at school
Right.
and all this stuff, right? So it's it kind of plays on the way I was raised and how I grew up. I grew up with my single mother and my sister, and we grew up in a two-bedroom apartment in Arlington, Virginia, which is a pretty wealthy county. But
Yeah, it is.
there are pockets of Arlington County that don't really have all the coins that the rest of the county have.
Yeah.
So it's always been on my mind to be kind of economic and financially independent, or to try to the goal is to make sure my mom doesn't have to do anything or make sure she's happy.
Yeah.
So get that though, discipline over everything is essentially just a double entendre and an homage to my love of hip hop, where it's obviously the first mantra is get the money, go get
Right.
paid. We
Yep.
live in America, you live in Southeast Asia.
It's
I've
just
been to
money.
Singapore. Yeah, I've been to Singapore. It ain't cheap to do that.
Mm-mm.
I don't know what Sri Lanka is like, but I'm assuming
It's money everywhere.
yeah,
Money talks.
there's coins, right? And
Yep.
so I am, I really, I don't need money, but it makes a lot of things easier. So I'm really been
Yep.
focusing on how to become like independent, like not
Yep.
looking for somebody. As they say, teach a man to fish, and he'll fish
Feed
for
him for life.
there
Yep.
we go, right? So, and then the discipline over everything is I just want the brand not to just be a bunch of words put together. It's kind of discipline is one of the five brand values and values that we promote with Meet the Curator. And discipline to me just is staying on task, which is
Yeah.
awesome because it's if you do the little things, everything else takes care of itself. But
Actually, yeah.
it's really difficult because life gets in the way, and
It's easy
it's
to do and it's easy not to do, right?
bingo, right? And so again, um, the discipline is like if you keep discipline with you, if you keep a a belief of what you're going to do, a vision for what you want to do, you stay disciplined on task. You persevere through all the bullshit that's going to come
Yep.
because it is coming.
Uh-huh.
In the end, you will find yourself in an independent place, and you will be a curator of your own life. And that's all I want to do.
Absolutely.
That's all I want for people because the alternative is we know that, not people are not unreliable, but people sometimes look out for themselves, which is human nature.
Usually, yeah. Hmm.
Right. So self-preservation is like 101 for all organisms, blah, blah, blah. So it's just
Yeah.
one of those things where it's just like become self-sufficient and then everything else takes care of itself. Focus on yourself, pay yourself first, another t-shirt. Um,
Yep.
and
I
it,
saw
and
that
it,
really.
it kind of plays on to itself. So that's, kind of
But I love
the,
that. I mean, it's simple. You have like what, like, okay, you have Welcome to Wake Up, you have Meet the Curator, you have Get That Dough, and
yeah,
then you have, what was the last one? Pay Yourself First. So
pay yourself
I
first.
mean, that's the essentials. That's what you need. And I love how you talk about being independent because there's so many of us that, yeah, we want a team, we want to bring everybody with us, but, not everybody on the team has the same vision as you do. And some of them are going to stall, and the last thing you want is to be stalled because they're stalled. So I love that.
Yeah.
That's exactly what you want.
Oh yeah, for sure. I mean, you grew up with friends, you grew up with family and all this stuff, and you don't want to leave them, but it's essentially like the regret that could potentially play out is you fast forward 15 years from now, you'd be like, damn, I didn't try this because. And if that
Yeah.
because is not a choice that you wanted to make,
Hmm.
it'll suck. It'll be really miserable because you can't get that time back.
And it would destroy whatever that relationship was. So yeah, you don't need that in your life. Just do you. Keep going.
Bingo. Bingo. And
Yeah.
that's the mission.
So I'm curious. Do you have anything else like up your sleeve coming up anytime soon?
Great question, Pika. Yes. So I've been I've been working on several designs.
Hmm.
All of them, when I pitch them to myself to outsource them to get design, because I can't, I'm not, me and art, we have a fickle relationship. I love art. Art is definitely expression, definitely creative, definitely what I wanted to do. But I can't, I'm terrible with my hands. I can't, like, it's not my thing.
I'm kind of there with it too. Yeah.
Right. So the thing is like know your strength and then deliver it. So we have some iterations that will come out with some of the same shirts that were you just mentioned to get that done. We're gonna do an embroidered one.
Oh,
Um,
nice.
we have Real is Greater Than Cool that's already been on
Oh,
there,
I
but
forgot about that. I'm so sorry.
yeah, you're fine. You're fine. I forgot about it too because the shirt's been out of stock for a long time and I need to bring it back. But there's a potential for it to be coming in a different colorway.
That's,
Um, we have some shirts that we'll introduce for the youth line
hmm.
because we want to empower empower the youth and also empower kids that look like you and myself. So it's one of those things where like representation matters, and it's just
Yep.
small steps lead to big leaps is kind of the motif of that shirt,
Okay.
where it's kind of you know big picture. It looks a big scary world, but if you can break it down into steps and plan,
Hmm.
and follow through, even if you
Yeah.
even if you sit and let the resistance win for like 2 3 months or whatever has been happening to me,
I
um,
like that. The resistance.
yeah, you can. Oh, one of the best books in the world. Um, you can just make it easier by look. I don't have to. I don't have to bite this whole elephant or eat this whole elephant in one bite.
Yeah.
I can step by step get my way to where I need to.
Yep. Little by
So
little, you keep working
yeah.
at it.
And then we got some dad hats. We got some ideas. We got ideas, bro. We've got ideas, like Kanye
I hear
said.
you. Look, I love your brand. The first thing I did was, I don't even know how I like found you again. It's been like forever. I don't even know if we had that many conversations in college, but I knew who you were. And then suddenly this brand pops up. And I'm like, yo, I like this. Ah, it's Kevin. I know him.
that's
Yep.
very gratifying right there. But I mean, Thika, like you've been one of the hustlers of all time from the great liberal arts college that we went to. So as long as I've known you, you've always been somebody who's curated your own life, and
Thank you.
it's in this day and age where we're at right now, where internet and connectivity and all this good stuff, um, it's becoming more accessible for people. So now it's just a choice.
Yeah.
Like,
Now it's
do you
like
want
y'all have no excuses left. You have this
bingo?
device in your phone all day long. Like, stop talking shit. Do something.
Bingo, right? So it's one of those things where it's like, um, you can, if you're happy. I'm not here to stop you from being happy, but
Yeah. Do you?
I know a shit ton of people who are not happy, and the only reason they're not happy is because something's holding them back. I don't want to
Yep.
call it fear. I don't want to call it they don't know how. I just think that they're used to doing something a certain way, and doing something different, doing something risky is very scary.
Yep.
But it's usually going to end up in being the best decision you made in your life, and that's what Meet the Curator has been for me.
Yeah, you've you've inspired me, so I'm gonna work on some stuff too, along with all the other stuff I'm working on. But
Think
you and I need to stay in touch. I love this. You guys,
yes,
everybody out there, and everybody who comes and watches the replay, thank you for joining me. I want you to know who Kevin is. This is why I brought him on here. I believe in his brand. I'm promoting his brand because I don't promote just anybody. I'm just telling you now, okay? If your stuff
this
is
is
whack, I'm just gonna let it be. But I
yes,
like Kevin. I like his energy. I like what he's saying. It's nothing demeaning by any means. He's trying to lift you up, you guys. So please go follow Meet the Curator 1984 on
yes,
Instagram and
because somebody
just check
has
out his
the
store.
regular one. Yeah, guys, please. This is dope. Tika, you are a rock star.
Thank you, thank you.
Continue to keep doing this. This is dope. And I see that you're up to like 220 some episodes.
That was the last time I talked to you. We're at 266 as of last night. So
Yo,
I'm telling you, little things every day. All of a sudden, I was at 200. I was like, what the fuck? Okay, cool.
yeah, that's really dope because again, I have been fighting myself, and it's just one of those things where it's got this grand view when it's just like, yo, it's very easy. Just do something, do a little
But you
bit.
gotta stay committed.
Yeah,
It's maybe 15 minutes out your day. It ain't nothing. But
yeah,
and I gotta shout out Brandon on here, DJ
yes.
Brand New.
DJ brand new.
Yeah.
The official Meet the Curator DJ. He DJed at our first event. I feel like he DJed at our second event, or at least he's been to two events that I've thrown. So Brandon, he does a good job. He doesn't play any Drake. He plays all the Pusha T that I ask. It's always a good time.
Well, B, if you're listening and you're still on here, please come on and contact me so we can bring you on here too. Because let me tell you this: you talk about me hustling, right? I used to run the Eagles Nest out in Bridgewater. I used to
Yep,
feed everybody because that's what I do.
yep.
But the other thing is, I made sure that we had music playing at the Eagles Nest. I was in charge of that. I took over. So Brandon's mixes are in there somewhere
Yes.
from like 100 years ago. When I became an RD, I started throwing parties in our basement, and Brandon was my DJ every time. Yep.
That is that is dope. That is also a blast from the past.
Yeah, man. So thank you so much, Kevin. I really appreciate the time.
Thank
Okay,
you.
this is live here and it will be live on my Facebook page as well. And then after that, you know me, right? I'm going to put it everywhere. So I'm going to rip this and I'm going to put it on SoundCloud too. So y'all stay tuned. Kevin, thank you. All my love. And
Thank you,
I'm looking
Tika.
for new designs, yo.
We're working on it right now.
All right,
Thank
man.
you so much.
Y'all
Good
take
talking to you.
care. Thanks so much for watching.
Peace.
Bye.